What do
Yes.
people misunderstand most about incarcerated women and addiction?
So, I was really scared to go to prison the first time and I was unprepared. When I got there, you go to admissions and evaluation. So you're locked down 23 hours a day in this little cell with one stranger. And it doesn't matter if you get along or what you're in there for or anything. And you get out twice a day to go to the cafeteria. So you get to walk
Right.
outside and you get to go to this big mess hall. You don't get to pick who you sit down with. And I remember this was so crazy for me. I would sit down at the table, and the biggest game we would play was, what are you in for? You know? And I'd be
Yeah.
sitting there and I'd be like, "Okay, well, I got caught with drugs." And
Mhm.
there would be a lady across the table that'd be like, "I murdered my husband.
Yeah.
I beat the living crap out of him." I'd be like, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah, you're like, "Okay, yeah. This is
Um,
real." Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
so crazy because I remember, like, I would really be the only one to ask, like, "What happened? What
Right.
led up to that?" And I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you, I've met so many murderers, I've met so many bank robbers, all these things, and they all have a story. And there's so much pain in there. There's actually a very influential lady that we loved her. She's always in Mac's building because she's really naughty and she has dementia. So she'll go on unprecedented
Oh,
walks with the
yeah.
condo. And she doesn't remember where she's going, but I remember asking her because she had a life sentence, and
Wow,
I
yeah.
asked her what happened, and her husband beat her every single day of her life for 15 years. And people would ask her, "Why don't you leave?" She did leave. She tried to leave a million times.
Mhm.
He took custody of the kids the minute she filed for divorce. He literally hunted her down in different states and took her back home. Like, she was trapped, and especially in an era where, like, people don't really, there wasn't as much help. And finally, one day, she lost it and
Yeah.
shot him. And they gave her the option to get the insanity plea too, and she would have
Right.
gotten 5 years in prison. And all she had to say was that she was crazy because of the beatings. And she stood up in open court and said, "Absolutely not. He deserved it, and I stand by what I did."
Right.
They
Yeah.
gave her a life sentence.
Wow. That's very strong and
Everybody has a
powerful.
story.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
everyone has
everybody
a
has a
story.
story.
Yes, most of the times
Absolutely.
people just don't jump into their addiction or jump into their situation. There's something that happened that led them to that. And yes, that actually in my community just a couple of months ago, unfortunately, there was a domestic situation similar to that. The wife was moving out. Her ex came over that she had her first child with. He was helping her get out while her now husband was at work. Supposedly, he showed up in the middle of them moving out and shot and killed everyone but her. So her
Wow.
2 children, her ex-husband, all in front of her, and the baby was, like, 4 months old. Yeah, that's just a such sad situation, and there was, of course, I'd reached out to the authorities and nothing can be done until something happens, and then the situations like that happen. So, yes, I never try to judge anybody that's been incarcerated or in any kind of trouble. You never know what led to somebody being where they're at, and a lot of times it's a really sad story and situation,
Yeah.
so
It really revitalized my unconditional care and unconditional positive regard for someone,
right,
because I didn't
yes.
have any control, and so the only thing I can do is have positive regard and wait for them to share. 9 times out of 10, like, I can't say if I was in their situation, I would have done any differently.
Right, yeah.